Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Marcy and I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses for over 30 years. I served as a regular pioneer for 10 of those years. I was first contacted in the door-to-door ministry back in 1987 and I finally left the organisation in 2022. This video is an expose video and I was just on TikTok a few minutes ago and I typed in Jehovah's Witness, ex-Jehovah's Witness UK, and it brought up a few videos, but one video that came up was the sale of a Kingdom Hall in Shropshire in a place called Doley. And this has gone on the market this year for around £500,000. So this Kingdom Hall obviously is no longer needed. So the question it raises first of all for me is, why have they sold it? And obviously they are doing what they did at our Kingdom Hall when I was a Jehovah's Witness. They amalgamated the congregations together to make a bigger congregation so that the Jehovah's Witnesses that went to the Kingdom Hall didn't notice that the Kingdom Hall was empty, and then they quietly sold off the other property. And I suspect that's what's happened with this particular Kingdom Hall. But what another thing that came up is in this little video is that this Kingdom Hall was built in the 1880s as a Methodist church, and so it had a congregation, so it was already, in the eyes of the Watchtower, a false religious building, or a building where idolatrous worship went on, and it carried on being a Methodist congregation church right up to I think it says 1960. I did a little bit of research into this when I saw this video, and after the Methodists finally stopped using the church, it then became a Spiritualist church. Well, if it was unclean as a Methodist church, it certainly was an unclean building to become a Spiritualist church. But I've exposed before the Watchtower's link with Spiritism, and I've exposed how they used Johannes Grieber, and have quoted his demon Bible and used his translation to publish their own Bible, which agrees with what the demons told. And I've exposed this in one of the videos on my channel. If you haven't seen that, then you should go and have a look. However, this church that they purchased, obviously from this Spiritualist church, then became a centre for true and pure worship, we're told. Well, let's have a listen to what they said, the video that came up on TikTok. I'm just going to play it now. This Kingdom is in the UK, as I said, and it's under the heading Doley's former Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall up for sale in a rare opportunity. So let me just play it to you now.
Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall up for sale in rare opportunity. Former place of worship with potential for redevelopment has gone on the market for nearly £500,000. Bon Wolf said it has been instructed to sell the former Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall on Bank Road, Doley. The building was reportedly constructed in 1841 and was home to Methodists and then a Spiritualist church before being taken over by the Jehovah's Witnesses. The freehold, two-story building is being sold empty with accommodation including offices, meeting rooms, and ancillary areas of around 3,000 square feet. It also has a large car park to the rear. James Madden, managing director agency at Bond Wolf in Birmingham, said, "We are delighted to be offering this rare opportunity for sale in Telford. The property comprises a former place of worship and is considered ideal for a variety of uses. Its close proximity to the local road networks, combined with a large car peak to the rear, make it an appealing opportunity to a wide mix of would-be buyers." The firm highlighted the significant benefit of the site's separate access and rear car park. Dolly's former Jehovah's Witnesses.
So there you have it. You can see that they know well, the estate agents, that it was a former Spiritualist church, and the Jehovah's Witnesses obviously bought it from the Spiritualist church. They don't have any qualms about anything to do with Spiritism, about using those things in their worship, because they are part of the devil's organisation. They are not a Christian religion. And so this is no surprise to me. I just had to have a laugh about it, really, because Jehovah's Witnesses that worshipped there for all those years had no clue that they were worshipping in a building that once was a Spiritualist church. And you know for a fact, as a Jehovah's Witness, that we were taught to get rid of any links with Spiritism. You were to get rid of any old books or anything like that that could bring the demons into your life. When I was a witness, if, anybody had any supernatural sort of happenings, they were asked, what have you bought second hand? You brought something into the house, you need to get it out. And even in the publications it said this. But yet the organisation behind Jehovah's Witnesses had no qualms whatsoever about buying a building that was inhabited by demons at one time. And you know as well as me that when people get involved in demonism, it's difficult to get rid of them. They view that place as their home and they're very reluctant to leave. So I dread to think what sort of spirit there was at these meetings for those Jehovah's Witnesses that attended there. So I just wanted to make a quick video about that. I continue to expose the Watchtower organisation for its deception, lies and cover-up. And so I just wanted to make a quick video about what I'd seen. But Jehovah's Witnesses will make an excuse for the fact that they bought this from a Spiritualist church. They'll say, oh, well, they didn't know that it was a Spiritualist church before, but they did know. We know they know. They know. So I just wanted to expose that to you and say to all my subscribers, hi, I'm back making videos, and until the next one, I'm going to say bye.